Hi guys, in this lecture I want to talk about what is SEO really these days. Okay, so let's start about the basic SEO. What is SEO basically? It all starts from search engines. Search engines developed kind of bots that can crawl the entire internet, trying to find clues for which websites are the good websites online and which pages can be a good answer for some certain search query. So they take all this information, they take the information from all websites online, they crawl all websites, not all websites, they crawl many websites every day, and they put all this information in their database or in their stores so they can pull it easily. And this is how they know which pages and which websites can be effective for their users, for the people that search on Google. Okay, so 7 or 8 years ago, few of the top ranking factors were backlinks and keyword research, but backlinks specifically, which backlinks are basically a link from website A to website B, then the backlink goes to website B, and backlink give website B more strength. Okay, so backlinks used to have a huge part of the pie of the top ranking factors. So what people used to do, like 7 or 8 years ago, they used to do some kind of backlink strategies when they spammed the internet and they went to blogs and forums and put all kinds of weird backlinks, and those stuff, like 7 or 8 years ago, it used to work. Really suck websites could be really high on search results only because they had so many links. Okay, but these days those techniques doesn't work anymore. These days SEO is something very whole. The reason is because these days we use the internet differently than we used to use it in like 7 or 8 years ago. Now we're using mobile phones, we're using tablets, we're using iPads, we're using social media all the time. We're going to Facebook, we're going to Twitter, we're putting images on Instagram, we're doing all kind of different things. We have communities for all kind of different topics. Okay, so these days we use internet differently and we use it daily. Almost everyone is using internet on a daily basis. This is why these days Google and search engines are taking more factors into consideration, because backlinks are still part of the factors. But what about mobile friendly and page speed? And you know what? I want you to search. I wrote here: does Google consider SEO to be spam? Okay, so these days Google are using shares and backlinks and mobile friendly and page speed in order to understand if the website is good or not. And how do I know it? Because I want you to search on YouTube: does Google consider SEO to be spam? The first result you'll find on YouTube will be a video by Matt Cutts, which was the head of the spam department on Google for many years, and he used to do all kind of good videos in order to make us, website owners, to understand what are the things that we really need to do in order to improve our SEO. Okay, and he did all kinds of videos, and this video will be really the first proof I want to show you that he's talking about backlinks, but he's also talking about mobile friendly, and he's talking about page speed, and he's talking about user experience. Okay, so those things are really very important things in the SEO these days. So if you're asking me, does Google consider SEO to be spam? No. Google considers spam the spamming techniques that other people do with backlinks in order to rank higher on search results. But actually these days those things, they don't work anymore. Google understands which backlinks are fake and which backlinks are truth and good. Okay, so what I want to teach you in this course is the real things that Google always tell us to do and always supports us to do, because they say that those are the things, those and many others are things that you need to do in order to improve your website. Okay, and this is how they rank websites and get every website higher on search results. So if you're sure you got what SEO really is these days, you can move on to the next lecture. Hey everyone, so in this lecture I want to make you a short introduction to the Google Analytics platform. I want to show you the basic structure of Google Analytics even before we're watching the reports and the interesting reports that Google Analytics is showing us. So the first thing I want to show you is the dates. Right now we're on audience overview, and we see the users that came into my website in these dates. This is where you see the dates. Right now we're on October 24th to November 23rd. Now you have the option to see another date. You click here and you just change the date. And you have another option to compare between two dates. Let's say I want to compare between these two dates. This is the first. And now I want to compare this date to the week before. I click here, compare to, and I can custom the dates. Now I'm clicking and apply. Now what Google Analytics is showing me is the overview stats of my website, and it's comparing the first week to the week before. And it shows you the trend, if the trend is positive, like here, or negative, right here. So on default, Google Analytics will show you the previous 30 days. This is the graph of your users. This graph is daily, but you can also see the stats hourly by clicking here, and it splits, Google Analytics splits your users to hours as well. Let's go back to daily, and you can also watch the weekly view. And now you can compare every week to the week before or to the week after. Now I want to show you the basic table you will always see, almost always see, in every report you will watch. Let's go to acquisition, channels. Okay, so now basically Google Analytics is showing me, is filtering or listing the users that came into my websites to channels. If they came to my website directly, or maybe from social channels or from referral websites. And I want to show you the basic information that Google Analytics is showing us in this table. So first, sessions. Google Analytics is showing you the number of sessions. One session is when user is coming to your website, is moving from a page to page. He might watch few pages. It still counts as one session. The new users is basically only the users that came into your website for the first time. And here under the percentage of new sessions, you can see the share of new users from all the users. Next is bounce rate. The percentage of bounce rate is actually the percentage of people that left your website after viewing one page only. Pages per session is the number of pages that the users watched in one session. When you're looking at a lot of users, the page per session is the average page per session for all these users. And the next stat is the average session duration, which is pretty much self-explanatory. Hi everyone. So in this lesson, I want to teach you how to create a unique Google Analytics code and how to implement it inside your website. So let's start. Go to google.com and type Google Analytics. Click the first link. Go to sign in, Google Analytics. In this page, you have to fill out the details about your website. So let's start. Let's say your website name is Sports75. So in my new account name, just type Sports75. Website name, again. In this field, you have to fill out your own domain. So let's do it. Industry category. And click Get Tracking ID. Great. So this is your Google Analytics unique code, and this number right here, this is your own account number. This is the most important thing about the Google Analytics code. Now you need to implement the Google Analytics code in your website in order to track and get details for every single user that gets into your website. So if you're not familiar with code and you're using WordPress, I would really recommend using this plugin, Google Analytics by Yoast. All you have to do is download this plugin, take this account number right here and put it in the plugin. And the plugin will actually implement the Google Analytics code in every page of your website automatically. If you're not using WordPress as a CMS, you need to implement the entire Google Analytics code in your website. So how do you do it? You should find out where is the header of the CMS that you're using. For example, if you're using Joomla, Google header in Joomla, and you'll probably get an explanation how to implement things inside the header of your website. So usually it looks like this. This is a standard structure of the HTML. This is the opening head tag, and this is the closing head tag. Between them, you probably have a few things. What you need to do is take the Google Analytics code, copy, and put it right here, right before the closing head tag. Now, after you do it and save it, I would really recommend to clear your cache by doing this. More tools, clear browsing data, and clear the cache images and files. After you do this, I want you to check if the Google Analytics code is really implemented in your website. So how do you do it? Let's say this is a page on your website. I want you to press the right click, view page source, and search exactly for this. So now I found the closing head tag, and right above it you should see the script of your Google Analytics. If it's there, it means you implemented Google Analytics correctly. Now all you have to do is wait 24 to 48 hours until you start seeing Google Analytics tracking the users on your website. So if you go to Google Analytics after 48 hours, this is exactly what you should see. And that's it, you're in Google Analytics. So do it, create a new account on Google Analytics, implement it in your website, and move on to the next lecture. So let's move on to infographics. Okay, so use freelancers. I wrote UEE, but it's actually use freelancers. I want you to use freelancers when you're creating infographics if you're not a designer, because I don't want you to spend a lot of time for starting to learn design. You can easily find very cheap freelancers that can help you create infographics, okay? So infographics and good infographics are usually about some case study or research that someone did. And this, you know, this infographics that involves charts and pies and saying some, like analyzing some niche or something, and those stuff, first of all, people really like to share these things because it means a lot, and it usually doesn't take too long to read, right? It's not a real content. It's not like a blog post that you have to actually read it. It's something you can just scan and really understand things out of it. So this is why infographics are very effective, and people always want to share it and to link to infographics. So try to find a good thing to have a great infographic about, something, some case study or research you can make in your niche. Put it in your blog. Make it easy to share, again, just like the posts, and let everyone know this infographic that you created, this is something you can be proud of, okay? So you can easily share it with everyone you know, even on your website's social media channels, or as you as a personal as a person. You can share it with your friends, with your colleagues, okay? And if this content is very valuable, they would really like to share it with other people, okay? So you're getting more links out of it. And inform influencers. So again, the thing with influencers is that links from influencers are very valuable. If you're getting even once a month or twice a month, you're getting a really good link from someone in your niche, this link means a lot for Google. So you would like to inform influencers about the infographics you're making. For example, if you made some kind of a case study and research, and some influencer in your niche on the same exact field wrote something about the same topic, okay? And he mentioned some stuff and statistics, and you can actually send him a personal message via Facebook or LinkedIn or something else, like actually saying, hey, I read your article, I thought it was really interesting, and actually I made a research or case study about the exact same thing, and you know what, I saw that the things you wrote about were actually right. I can prove it, like statistically it worked. And like saying I made an infographic about it, it's in my blog, and giving him the link to your blog, and the result is first of all users are sharing your infographics. Okay, as we said, infographics are very easy to share because it's information you're getting very fast. You're like scanning the infographic. It's usually very beautiful to see, very colorful, right? So people like to share it all the time, and you're making it's very easy to share it. And the influencers may link back to your post. So of course, if someone wrote about certain topic and you said, hey, I have an infographic, a cool infographic that shows that you are actually very right about what you said in this article. So very natural thing for him to do would be saying, hey, thanks, like I'll give this your research as an example or as a proof to the things that I wrote in my article. So he might he will link from his article to your post saying this is the proof of the things that I said. So this is an amazing way to get links from influencers on your niche. And as we said, getting links from influencers on your niche, even if it's from their Facebook profile or LinkedIn or Twitter, if they're tweeting about your content or sharing your stuff or linking from their website to your website, it doesn't matter. As long as it involves huge influencers on your niche, the link worth a lot, really. So those are the three main types of content that people are usually using, and I also use them like really a lot in order to attract links and get more links to my website, are videos, posts, and infographics. So if you got the idea of how valuable and how effective those are, you can start trying to find ideas for your own content, and after you're doing it and writing a few of the ideas, you can easily move on to the next lecture. Hey guys, so in this lecture I want to show you one of the easiest and fastest ways I know to find a bulk of websites which you probably can get links from. So we started from going to google.com and searching for Open Site Explorer. You go to the first link you have. Let's go to this website. This is Moz's Open Site Explorer. Open Site Explorer is a tool by Moz that gives you the option to check a website, insert a URL, and see which websites and which pages online are linking to this exact website that you search for. So just for the example, let's search for the Rolling Stones official website. Click search. So under the page link metrics, we see these three matrices. This is the number of links Moz has found in the last 16 days. Under root domains, you have the number of domains that are linking to the Rolling Stones website. And under the total links, you have the total number of pages online that links to the Rolling Stones page. So let's scroll down to find out which websites links to the Rolling Stones website. So we can see a lot of different pages around here. As you can also see, Moz is filtering the URLs that links to the Rolling Stones website by the page authority, from the strongest website to the less strong website. This is why the first link we see is from Wikipedia. Now, if you want to find the good places you can put links in, just insert a URL, choose a competitor website or a website from your niche, and find out which pages online links to a website in your niche. So if a certain website is linking to a website in your niche, it probably makes sense that it can also link to your own website. So let's find out who are those websites that links to the Rolling Stones page. Let's click this one, for example. Let's take this one, and let's take another one. Rockhole. Okay, so I'm going here and I see this page. Right now, I don't really know where is the link. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Rolling Stones domain, copy, go here, right click, and view page source. Right now I'm clicking Control F to search, and I'm searching for the Rolling Stones domain. Okay, so I found out this line right here. So, okay, so this is the link. This is where the link goes to. And the keyword in black is the keyword that links to the Rolling Stones page. So let's copy this, go to the original page, and just search again for the keyword. So that is it. This is the link to the Rolling Stones page. And the second thing I want to see is I want to see if this link is a follow link or a no follow link. So right click again. Now press the inspect. And there is the link. You can see the href. And if you go more, you can see the rel no follow. So if we see the rel no follow, we know this is a no follow link. This website linked to the Rolling Stones website, but using a no follow link, which means it passes no link juice and it's less effective for SEO. But as we learned, it's still effective for SEO to have even no follow links in good websites. So let's imagine you found a link to one of your competitors or for a website in your niche in another website. Now all you have to do is find out what is this content that they write about, who wrote it, and maybe go to the website owner and ask him if he wants to write on your website as well, or go to the author that wrote this exact post and ask him if he wants to write about your website as well. So let's see now the second website. Okay, so again, I don't really know where the link is located. So I'm going to search view page source. Take the domain and search for it. Okay, so again, searching for the keyword in black, artists. Let's search for this. Okay, and here's the link. Let's check if this link is a do follow or a no follow link. Inspect. And we don't see any rel no follow tag in this link, which means this is a do follow link. So if I were you, that was a really good website to get links from. Okay, so again, you can contact the owner of the website or the author of this post and try to find out if they want to write about your website as well. So this is what you have to do. Just go to Open Site Explorer. It's totally free. Search for a competitive website or a website in your niche. You better choose a medium site and not huge website, because you do want to find websites that links to a medium site website and not to huge websites only. So do it, get some links, and move on to the next lecture. Let's move on to posts. So first of all, you want to create yourself a blog, okay? Then you want to find ideas for stuff you want to write about. Again, those things that you want to write about should be very valuable to your users. Okay, people will probably won't share things that are not very valuable and things they've never seen. Okay, people want to share stuff they think about. They think to themselves, well, I've never seen this kind of content before, or this is something that new to me. Maybe it will be new to other people as well, and maybe that they also think that they can make themselves look good online. That they say this is a really good content that I read, and people see that they're reading very high quality content. So people might share it. Okay. So again, optimizing keywords. Always optimize the keywords on your blog post. We'll learn about it. You can optimize and find keywords appropriate to your title tag and to the body of your post and to the headings and to all of this stuff. Easy to share. Okay, so you have to make your posts easy to share. There are, for WordPress, for example, there are huge amount of plugins for sharing posts. Okay, with one plugin you can create like a box that helps your users share your content on Facebook, on Twitter, on almost every social media channel. Okay, so you have to make it very easy for your users to share your content, because if it won't be that easy, they might skip it and won't share it. Creating a subscribers list. Okay, so you have your blog and you have many people that read it, but you want to make it. You want to make a subscriber list for people to come into your website again and again from emails they're getting. Okay, people will subscribe to your blog if your content will be very valuable. Okay, and then you use email marketing. Email marketing platforms in order to send those users, those subscribers, send them your new content, and they can come to your website again and again, basically. And you should mention influencers on your blog post. Okay, the reason you want to mention influencers into your blog post is because then you can always tell those influencers, hey, I mentioned you on my blog post. So sometimes when you mention someone in your blog post and he's writing something about the same topic, he might link to your blog post as well. So what are the results of all of this? First of all, users are sharing your content. Okay, you're creating a valuable content and you're optimizing it and you make it easy to share. So people are sharing your content. When people are sharing your content and other people see your shared content, if they don't know you, they might be searching for your brand. Now, searching for your brand, it's not really related to link building, but when people are searching for your brand is getting much stronger for Google. Google understand that people are searching for your brand, and actually as high as the number that people are searching for your brand every month, the higher you can be on Google's results, because they understand that people are actually interested in you and in your things. Okay, your emails contain links. Now, Gmail for us is a platform to send emails, but for Google, Gmail is not just for fun. They can really understand the types of things we have on our emails, and if they see that many people are getting your emails and links on your emails, and they really click the links on your emails, they can understand people are actually interested in what you have to say. So again, influencers may mention you because you mentioned them. This is a tactic that it won't probably work every time you do it, but even if you do it 10 times and it's getting and you're getting another mention for one of those 10, it's still worth it, right? You still got a link out of it. So this is what I wanted to say about those are the very effective tactics for posts. So let's move on to info. Hi everyone. In this lecture we're going to discuss about creating linkable content. So first of all, what is a linkable content? Linkable content is a content that you create in order to attract links. It could be social shares, or it could be other people, other website linking to your website. Okay, so you should create content that people would want to share and would want to write about and would want to link to. And why is that? It's because, of course, this is part of your offsite strategy. We learned that links means a lot to Google. So you do want to create more links online to your website with certain content strategies. So I want to discuss about the three main types of content that usually work the best for me. So the first one is videos. Okay, so videos are the type of things, the type of content that people really love to share. Like, think about it, you're always watching YouTube videos and YouTube tutorials, and those are stuff that you always share and you always link to. So I want to discuss about the tactics that you should make in order to attract those links. But even before, I want you to search for effective techniques for link building. I wrote it here. If you will search on YouTube for effective techniques for link building, the first result that you'll find would be a video by Matt Cutts from Google, which was for years the head of spam team in Google, that he's actually discussing those types of link building that you can make. And he's saying that Google actually takes those into consideration and see those type of links and of content as good things that you can do as a webmaster. So those are the things that I wanna teach you about. He's mentioning YouTube videos and creating a blog and valuable content that people would want to share. So he's mentioning all this stuff, but it doesn't really explain the entire tactic, of course. So this is what I want to do with you. So let's start from videos. First of all, you want to create yourself a YouTube channel, of course. Create a YouTube channel for your own website. Then you should optimize your channel. And what I mean by optimizing your channel is your channel has a lot of details that you need to put there. Like your channel name and tags, descriptions, the field or the niche of your YouTube channel. So you should really optimize all of these to your own niche. Okay, it's a small step. It's not something huge, but this is something you should do. You should make YouTube understand that your YouTube channel is going always to discuss this certain niche, okay? And all of your content would be, and all of your videos would be about this specific subject. And this is how YouTube knows and can rank your videos higher on YouTube search results. So optimizing your channel. Then you should find valuable videos to create. Okay, so this step is, of course, it's not a small step. It's a huge step. But this is something that you can do. If you want to be a real authority in your niche and you believe that you can do it, so videos that get shared and gets links are the type of videos that people want to share and want to link to, which means that they should be very valuable. Like, think about yourself. You're always sharing and linking to the best quality of videos. People won't share to low quality videos with lame audio and stuff like that. People are sharing and linking to valuable videos. You can create tutorial for stuff in your niche. You can create funny videos that will go a little bit viral maybe. Okay, so those are the things that you need to do. You need to create valuable videos that people would want to share, would want to link, would click the like button. Okay, those things will make your video to be much more successful. Of course, you should use keywords in your own videos. So when you create a video on YouTube, you can you need to edit the name of your video. You can put description, you can put tags, you can put links, you can do a lot of things. And those things, especially the things that involve copy, should contain keywords. Again, of course, in a natural way. You don't have to overdo it, and it will look very bad if you'll overdo it. But you do need to perform a keyword research and know which things you wanna create videos for, things that people are searching for. So again, I gave this example before, but if you're doing a tutorial about Photoshop and people are of course searching for Photoshop tutorial or how to use Photoshop, so how to use Photoshop is actually an amazing title for a YouTube video, for a YouTube tutorial. And of course there are many like this online. So you should create your own video, your own unique videos about stuff that people are searching for, and implement the right keywords to your video name, to your video description, okay, and implement the keywords into your videos tags, okay. This is also something very important. Then you should link to your site. Okay, so in your YouTube video you can actually link to your site from your description. Okay, so if people are watching your videos, they can easily see the link and go into your website. Then the last thing, use the YouTube toolbox. What I call the YouTube toolbox is like a toolbar above the editing videos. YouTube are actually giving you a lot of great tool in order to engage your YouTube viewers. They give you you can link from your video into your next video. You can create like a small box that says subscribe to my channel. All kinds of stuff. You'll see that all kinds of stuff that can really engage your YouTube subscribers, okay, and can create naturally more views to your YouTube videos. So those are the tactics you should do. But what is the results? The results are users watching your videos, right? So first of all, it's good that users are watching your videos because they get to know you, they get to know your website. They might share your videos as well. So if they share your videos, so Google can easily see that those videos got shared, and those are links that you're getting to your YouTube video. And a link to your YouTube video, and your YouTube video got a link from the description into your site. So again, this makes your site better and stronger, because if your YouTube video is getting more links and the YouTube video contains a link to your website, this link juice is going to your website as well. So people are sharing your videos, and people are checking your site. Again, as I said, if you're putting your site in the description, people can see this. This is the one who created this video, and if they really loved your video, they might want to see who is the guy that made that. What company is this? What website is? And the link is valuable. So, as I said, if many people are watching your videos, and YouTube knows that many people are watching your videos, and your videos are getting shared and likes, people are clicking the like button in your video and stuff like that, your YouTube video and YouTube channel are getting much stronger. And as stronger your YouTube channel, the stronger the links to your website. So if your YouTube channel is very strong, all the links to your website becoming stronger and valuable, more valuable. So this is a few tactics you should do with videos. Those are not that easy, of course, and you won't be able to make like 2 videos a day, of course, but those techniques are very effective and you have to do it in order to create more links to your website. Hi guys, so in the previous lectures we went over on-site strategies, and now we got to off-site strategies. So I want to explain what is off-site strategy and why links are so important. So off-site strategy is basically every strategy you do or every tactic you do that doesn't involve your own website. It's something that happens online, on other websites, on social channels, on your partner's website. It could be many places. So it could be your own social activity. It could be stuff you're doing with partners, as I said. It involves backlinks, and actually all of those involve backlinks somehow. I mean, if you're writing about your product or some partners of yours is writing about your website, and he links from his website to your website, so it contains a backlink. And social media is also when people share stuff. Sharing is actually putting link on social media, and even emails usually contain links. And when someone mentions your website on his website, so all of these things are involved with links. So why links are so important? Because links are actually the internet way to have a recommendation from one person or website to another person. So when website A is linking to website B, it could be either a website or a single page, okay? And it works the same with internal links from one page of your website into another page of your website. But let's talk about other website. When website A is linking to website B, it kind of gives them a recommendation, okay? Let's say about the real life. If I'm a restaurant owner, okay, and I'll tell you, there's a really good restaurant I ate yesterday, and the meal was excellent, and everyone was so nice, and we really enjoyed. Me and my family, we had a great time. So you'll probably take this recommendation very seriously, because I'm a restaurant owner, and I'm telling you that I had lunch in another restaurant and it was really good. So the other restaurant must be very good if a restaurant owner is recommending it. So it goes the same thing with website. If a good website is recommending another website, it gives him a lot of strength. This strength called link juice. Links pass link juice, okay, and it makes other websites stronger for Google. And when website B, so it goes the same way. If website B is, let's say, a website about sports, okay, it's a sport website, and website B is a website about design or development. So a recommendation from website A to website B won't be that relevant, because what is the connection between sport and design? Why would I get a recommendation from people that knows about sport about design? They don't really know about design, so they can't really recommend about design. So this is link juice. When one website is linking to another website, it passes link juice, and it's good for a website because it makes your website stronger. But it will only make your website stronger if the link on website A, let's say you're website B, if the link on website A would be a do follow link. What is a do follow link? A do follow link is a link that passes the link juice, and a no follow link is a link that does not pass the link juice. Okay, people sometimes put no follow links from all certain reasons, but the links that you want to have to your website are follow links, because they pass the link juice and make your website much stronger. So how do you know if let's say you made some partnership and someone linked to your website? How do you know if this is a good link that will make your website stronger, and if this is a partner you want to keep doing business with because it gives you good links, or it just gave you no follow link and you're not sure if you wanna keep this partnership because it doesn't really help your SEO. It is no follow links help your SEO in certain way, but not as follow links, not at all. So if you want to check it, if you want to check if certain link to your website is a follow or no follow, all you have to do is go to the website, hover with your cursor on the link, click the right button, and click Inspect Element. When you click Inspect Element on that link specifically, you'll see one of those two options. Okay, you'll either see href, the link, your website address, or a single page on your website that the link goes to, and then the anchor text, which the anchor text is basically the text that links to your website. So the anchor text is actually a really important factor, because when Google crawls the internet and he wants to know which websites are recommended in other websites, so if website A linked to website B from with the word here, like click here, it doesn't really tell Google a lot about what is website B about. Okay, Google can crawl the website and understand, but if this anchor would be perfect designs or something like that, Google will immediately understand that website B is about this, is about design. Okay, so you also really want your anchor text to contain keywords that you know that are people are actually searching for, as you learn how to perform a keyword research. But you don't want this anchor text to be too obvious. Not all your anchor text should include keywords. Some of them, and big part of them, should include your own brand, your own, or your website name, and some of them can include only the URL itself. But you also want some of them to include keywords inside, because it helps Google understand what your page is talking about. So this is the first thing you might see, and the second thing you might see, which is a no follow link, would be this ahref example.com, like your website, your URL, and this part, rel no follow. If you say this on the code, on the HTML of the other website, it means that the link is no follow, and you don't get any link juice out of it. Okay, so it doesn't really help your website that much as follow links. Okay, this is something you have to know, and you have to check when you create new links, or you're finding new links to your website on other websites. Okay, so those techniques that I'm going to teach you how to earn links naturally, and links that will be really good to your website and good to your customers, those are the things that I want to teach you. But you might hear about other tactics that people used to do a few years ago that used to help, but these days they can really they can easily jump a spam alert to Google, because those stuff are like links, weird links on forums, or link exchanging, like saying to another webmaster, I'll link to your website and you link to my website, and then we'll earning links, but or comments, link for comments, if you're putting comment on certain blog. So usually you can link your name to a website. But today it's very, very easy to Google to understand that those links are fake, and they doesn't they doesn't mean a real recommendation. They are just stuff that you do in order to have better search results and search appearance. So this is not something you want to do. What you want to do is to do the real things that really help your SEO and that Google themselves are really encourage you to do. And actually those things are also good for your customers. The reason is because when someone is going into your website and he wants to, let's say, subscribe to your blog or buy a product that you sell or take your service if you're a service provider or a freelancer. So maybe it might be that the first thing they will do, they'll go outside of your website and try to search for details about you and about your brand and about your company or your website. And when they'll do that, if they'll find some kind of that people are sharing your website all over and liking your content, and you're creating good content that people wants to share and like, or other people have mentioned you in some good website on the same field as you are, and you have partnerships with really good website. So those things will make them understand that you're someone they want to be with. They want to buy their products. You buy your product because you're a reliable company, you're a reliable website. But if they'll find stuff like weird links on forums or links exchanging or comments, they'll just realize that you just someone that is faking is reliable, and you can probably lose some of your potential customers from these tactics. So this is why I want you to understand that those tactics are the things that can really help your SEO and help you grow your customers and get more customers and create a big and reliable brand online. So if you got the thing about offsite strategy and what does it really mean to have an offsite strategy, let's not waste time and let's move on to the next lecture. Hi guys, this lecture would be about Google Keywords Planner. You know, keywords have a huge effect for SEO. Keyword means everything for Google. Keywords is how Google understands what your website is talking about and what every page is talking about. So we have to know which keywords people are searching for in order to include them in our website and try to rank high as possible for these search terms. So first of all, I want to show you how do you go into the Keywords Planner for the first time if you've never been in this tool before. I want you to go into this URL right here, adwords.google.com/select/AW. Click enter. Now when you've got this page, all you have to do is just click save and continue. Now go to Tools, Keywords Planner, and here we are inside Google's Keywords Planner. So this is just the first procedure in order to go to Keywords Planner, but next time when you want to go to Keywords Planner, all you have to do is just search Keywords Planner, go to this URL, and here we are inside Google Keywords Planner. So this is the procedure for the first time. In the next lecture, I'll show you everything you can do with this tool. Let's move on to the next lecture. Hello everyone. In this lecture, I want to talk about caching. I want to explain what caching is, how do I know it will help your search engine rankings, and how can you implement caching on your website. So let's start. What is cache? Cache is basically a stored version of your website, which means that every time a user enters one of your pages, his browser doesn't have to load all the files and all the scripts of your website. It just gets a stored view that it already has. and the result is much faster loading and better user experience for your users. But how can we be sure that Google really takes this seriously and really using this information if you have cache or you don't have cache on your website in order to rank our website? So this is why I want to show you this page on Google Developers, HTTP caching. In this page, Google are teaching us what is caching, what is so good for your website, and how can you do it. Second of all, we know caching makes much better user experience for users. And what Google really wants is their users and the people that search on Google to have good user experience when they go to one of the websites they found on search results. And the third thing is that we know that caching is always something Google show you on Google's PageSpeed Insights. When you search your website in order to see the score it gets on PageSpeed Insights, if your website won't have cache, Google will tell you to leverage your caching. So this is how we know that they can use this information in order to rank better websites higher on search results. So how can you enable caching on your website? So if you're a developer and you want to use the hard way, you can use the htaccess file. By searching htaccess code caching, I got these three websites right here. Well, all three of them show me kind of a similar code in order to make caching on a website, but we don't really want to use the hard way. We want to do it in a simple way. So if you're using Joomla, there are two things you can do. First of all, I found out you can actually enable caching on Joomla's global configurations. So this is one way you can do it if you have Joomla. The second way is by using this extension, Cache Control. Well, I don't really use Joomla, so I never tried this Cache Control extension, but it seems to have a really good results. So if you're using Joomla, this is one of the things you want to try. If you're using WordPress, which I do, you have two very famous plugins for caching. The first one is W3 Total Cache, and the second one is WP Super Cache. Well, actually, they're both are very common and very famous in WordPress community, and they are very simple to use. The only thing you have to make sure when you're using one of them is go to settings and set your cache timeout to this number of seconds. After you're enabling the caching on your website with whatever CMS you're using, I want you to check if your caching really works. So let's go to this website, SEO site checkup.com/tools/page cache test server-side caching. Let's search kindly convert. The score is 100 from 100. So this is how I know and I can be 100% sure that caching really works on my website. So we learned that caching is really important. It creates better user experience for users, which means that Google and other search engines are really pushing us to enable caching on our website and probably using caching as a ranking factor. We learned how to enable caching on our website and how to make sure and check that caching really works. So this is what I want you to do in your website. Check and make sure that caching is really working on your website. And after you finish this step, you can move on to the next lecture. Hi guys, in this lecture I want to talk about images optimization. I want to talk about the three core elements of images optimization. Those are the image file name, the image alt attribute, and the image size. Now I want to show you a solid proof that Google actually begging us to optimize our images. Okay, so this is the first source. This is a PDF from Google. You can search it yourself. Search Engine Optimization Starter Guide. I'll click here and I will scroll to page 19. As you can see, Google says use brief but descriptive file names and alt tags. Okay, so this is the first proof about file names and alt tags. Now the second proof is talking about the image size. So this is a source in Google developers that they say reduce the file size. So basically, what is an alt tag and what is the file name and why do we need to reduce the file size? Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the alt tag. Okay, so this is a basic image element. It says image source, and that is the source or the path of your image on your website, puppy.jpg. And this is the alt tag. So the alt tag is basically an alternative name for your image. It means that if for some reason the image has not been loading into your website, your users will see the alt tag instead, the alt attribute. And for search engines, which is more relevant for us, for search engines, they look at this alt tag and this is how they know what your image is talking about. Because search engines can't really understand images. They need you to write down what the image is talking about. So this is what we write an alt tag. The alt tag should be descriptive, but not that long. You see this example they give? Image source puppy, alt puppy. This is not really good alt tag. Why? Because puppy is a very general alt attribute. We need something more specific to our image, like this one, Dalmatian puppy playing fetch. It explains better what the image is talking about. And if you have keywords to implement inside of your alt tag, they'll be even better. Keywords that you know that people are searching for. And you'll know why in few minutes. Let's move into reducing the file size. Okay, so this is tiny PNG. It says tiny PNG, but you can actually reduce the size of PNG or JPG files. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how easy it is to reduce an image size. This is an image of a white laptop. The size is 67 kilobytes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop this here and look at this. 68 kilobytes turned into 30 kilobytes. We saved 55%. Okay, so what you should do is basically just download the new image and that's it. You have no reducing the quality of the image. You just reduced the file size. That's it. And why do we do it? Okay, so Google is really all about page speed now because page speed affects users. If it takes too long for your page to load, your user will probably get frustrated. It might bounce, it might get out of the website. So what Google wants, they want you to optimize your images in order to create the best performance for your users. This is why you optimize your images and this is why you reduce the file size. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick demonstration of how do we implement all these core elements of images optimization into a website. Okay, so this is WordPress, but actually what I'm going to do works perfectly fine with any other CMS, which is a content management system. So you can use any CMS you are using right now, even if it's WordPress or another one, it works exactly the same. So I'm going to add media. I'm adding this image now. This is the image attribute we saw earlier before. And now, this is the alt tag. Do you see this? Alt, white laptop. But white laptop is actually a pretty general one. What I want to do is I want to change it to white laptop on grass. This is more descriptive one. This is an alt tag that more describes what our image is about. So now I want to save this draft, not forgetting the importance of a descriptive file name, whitelaptop.jpg. Here it is. Here is our optimized, fully optimized image in my website. How do I check if everything is fine? So I see the image, the size is only 30 KB, and now I'm clicking the right button of my mouse, inspect element on Chrome, and now you see the image attribute right here, and you can see the alt tag is white laptop on grass. That's it. Your alt tag is perfectly fine. Google can easily understand what the image is about. So, what is the result of all this? The result is now that if someone is searching for a white laptop online, it might see your image right here on Google Images. They'll search for white laptop, they'll go to Google Images, and now we have a huge chance for our image to be in Google Images ranked high in the search result. And if it ranked high on the search result in Google Images, someone that searched for a white laptop can click our image, go into our website, and buy our white laptop. So this is it, guys. This is what you have to do in order to optimize and fully optimize all the images on your website. First of all, it creates an amazing user experience. Your site is loading much faster. All images are fully optimized, and Google can actually read and understand what your images are all about and rank you higher in search results. And you can get more traffic from Google Images. So that's it for images optimization. Let's move on to the next lecture. Hi guys, in this lecture I want to explain what is gzip compression, why is it so effective for your SEO, and how you can do it for your website. So let's start from the beginning. What is gzip? Gzip is basically a compression method compressing files from large files into smaller ones. When you're enabling gzip on your server is basically serving compressed files to your users. The effect of it is that your page loads faster than before. And as we know, Google loves faster websites and also users. So how do I know that Google themselves are really pushing you to use gzip on your website? So I want to show you this source in Google developers that Google are actually telling us text compress with gzip, and they teach us how gzip can be effective for our website and how well it can compress the files on our website in order to serve compressed files to our users. So now we know what gzip is, and we know it is very effective for SEO, but how can you do it for your website? So the thing about gzip is that enabling it is very, very easy. This is why it is very effective for the time it takes. If you're using WordPress, so we have few WordPress plugins, of course. I'm sure there are many other plugins and extensions for other CMSs, but the best way to enable gzip on your website is through your hosting. If you're using HostGator as your hosting for your website like me, the only thing you have to do is go to Software and Services, click Optimize Website, and enabling gzip with choosing Compress All Content. If you're using another hosting for your website, all you have to do is just search in your hosting help center how can you enable gzip on their hosting. Usually it's just one click and that's it. Almost all hosting services has this option. All you have to do is choose it. After enabling the gzip option, you need to check and make sure that gzip is really enabled. So just in case, I want to show you two different websites that you can check if gzip is really enabled on your website. The first one is checkgzipcompression.com. Let's type my domain here and check it. You're blessed, it's gzip enabled. So now I know I saved 78.8% by compressing my website with gzip. The second website I want to show you in order to make sure that your website is really gzip enabled is this website, whatsmyip.org/http-compression-test. Let's do the same test and make sure my website is really gzip enabled. kindlyconvert.com/blog is compressed. Again, I saved 78.4%. So now we know what gzip compression is and how effective it is for SEO. And now you know how to make sure your website is gzip enabled in order to serve both users and search engines a compressed version of your website. I love gzip enabling because this is very effective for SEO and it literally takes just 1 minute. So make sure your website is gzip enabled, and after you do it, you can go on into the next lecture. Now I want to show you two other very important tools that Google Keywords Planner give you in order to find more relevant keywords for your business. So I want us to do it together. Click here on negative keywords. On negative keywords, what I want to do is to write a keyword I really don't want Google to show me because it makes things more complicated, for example. So let's go back to keyword ideas. I see many people are searching for how to use Photoshop CS5, how to use Photoshop CS6, CS4. Okay, so let's say I don't want to talk about a specific version of Photoshop. I just wanna write about a blog post about learning Photoshop or Photoshop tutorial, but I won't be including any specific version of Photoshop. So this is why I don't want to see those exact variations or versions of Photoshop. So in the negative keywords, what I want to do is I want to add the negative keywords like CS6, CS5, CS4. Click Save. Now Google won't show me any version of Photoshop, any keyword that related to a specific version. Now I don't have the noise I had before. I can see more general and more specific keywords to my business, to the thing I want to write about. So this is the first really good tool I'm using like most of the time, but there's even a better one. Let's say, for example, that I want to know how many people are searching for learning Photoshop or how to use Photoshop, but I want to talk about I want to write about a specific version of Photoshop. I want to write about Photoshop CS5. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to delete the negative keywords, click Save, and now I'm going to add CS5 into keywords to include. So I'm clicking here and adding CS5. Click Save. Yes. And now Google Keywords Planner is showing me only keywords with this specific phrase CS5. So I can see people are searching for how to use Photoshop CS5, Photoshop CS5 tutorials, Adobe Photoshop CS5, Photoshop CS5. I see all different variations of search terms that people are searching for that are related to Photoshop CS5 and using it. So a good idea will be to sort it under the average monthly searches. Click here. And now it's sorted by the volume of the searches. I see that most of the people are searching for Photoshop CS5. Then people are searching for Adobe Photoshop CS5. But I'm more interested in people that are searching for learning Photoshop CS5 or using it or tutorials. So I'm gonna include another keyword in here. So I want people that searching for CS5 but also searching for learn or learning. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm gonna copy this and add learning as well. So now I'm searching for only for keywords that has the phrase CS5 and learn, or CS5 and learning, or CS5 and tutorials. Tutorial. Clicking save. That's it. I see those 4 keywords that people are searching for. Photoshop CS5 tutorials, Photoshop tutorial CS5, learn Photoshop CS5, CS5 Photoshop tutorials. This is the exact keywords I'm looking for if I'm going to write a tutorial about Photoshop CS5. This is the best way to perform keyword research. You want to find as much keywords as you can. You want to find the most relevant keywords for your business, okay? And then you want to sort all of those keywords and put it on an Excel sheet so you'll be able to see it like organized to categories, and then you'll know what things you want to write about or what you don't want to write about because no one is searching for this. And you'll be able to attract more and more traffic from search engines into your website. So I want you to take a few seconds before you're going to the next lesson, to the next lecture, and trying to do the same thing for your business. If you are a graphic designer, or if you're a WordPress developer, or it doesn't matter what service you provide or what kind of freelancer you are, I want you to try and find relevant keywords for your website, for your business. Do it, and let's move to the next lecture. Hello everybody. Well, in this lecture I want to talk about, I know it's weird that I'm starting with Udemy page, I know, but it has a logical explanation, you'll find out soon. In this lecture I want to teach you about the H1 tag. I want you to learn what is an H1 tag, why do you need it, and how do you use it on your website, on every page of your website. So let's start. What is an H1 tag? H1 tag is basically the main heading of your page, of each page of your website. Generally or normally, most of your website's pages will have only one H1 tag. So how do you know what is the H1 tag on your page? So this is Udemy's page, Udemy's main page, and this is the first heading we see. So I want to know if this is the H1 of the page. What I'll do is right click, inspect element, and yes, here you go. You can see this is the H1 of the page. How can I see it? I see it right here. Do you see this? It says H1 class. You can ignore this. This is something with CSS. It's relevant for developers only. But this is the opening H1 tag, and this is the closing H1 tag, and whatever is between, this text is the H1 text. So in this case, it's what course will your life take? We can try another example like Wikipedia. So this is the Wikipedia entry for search engine optimization. I'll right click, inspect element, and the main heading of this page is exactly search engine optimization. H1, opening H1 tag right here, closing H1 tag right here. So they did it correctly, so go Wikipedia, yes. And if it's easier for you, there's another way to do it. You can right click, view page source, and search for the H1 tag. This is how you search it, and there it is right here. So opening H1 tag, closing H1 tag, and the H1 text itself. So how do we know that H1 really counts something for Google? Okay, so let's do this. I'll search for Search Engine Optimization Starter Guide on Google, and the first result will be this PDF from Google. Let's click. And if you go to page 20, you'll find this: use heading tags appropriately. So Google are suggesting us to use all heading tags appropriately, and they say use heading tags to emphasize important text. So they say the text of the H1 tag and all the other headings are super important. And then they say, they give us like another clue, and they say this is a visual cue about the H1. They say this is a visual cue to users that this text is important, the H1 text. So basically they say that this text is very important to users. And we do know this is very important to users because, of course, this heading should describe the entire meaning of the page. So if Google say to use heading tags appropriately and the text is very relevant, it gives us some kind of a clue that implementing keywords in the H1 tag will be very important and will be very effective, because they really take into consideration the text of your H1 tag. So the two most important things about H1 tag is, first, have probably in most of your pages only one H1 tag, and the second thing and the most important thing is use the right keywords in your H1 tag. So you already learned how to perform keyword research. So let's do the same thing together right now. So let's take this keyword research as an example. Let's say my website is talking about creating websites. It might be a page inside my website, or it might be even a blog post. So I sorted it to 3 different categories: create, make, and your own. So in create, I have keywords like create website, creating a website, website creation. In make, I have make and making a website, and create and make are pretty much similar. So Google tends to look at those 2 keywords like they were almost the same one, but still will be more effective to use one of them more than the other if one of them has more searches. And then your own category includes keywords like create your own website, make your own website, build your own website, creating your own website. So I kind of have these 3 different categories of keywords that are kind of the most important keywords that I can use. So what I want to do is I want to take as much keywords as I can and implement them in the most important elements of my page. So 2 of the most important elements on a page are the title tag and the H1 for keywords. So what I will do is I'll take the title tag and I'll implement create website keyword in the title tag because it has the largest amount of searches. But I do want to use the word make as well. So what I will do is I'll implement the make a website keyword or making in the H1 tag. And I have your own, the stuff that includes your own, all the keywords, create your own, making your own. So I'll implement your own as well in the H1 tag. So the title tag contains create website, and the H1 tag contains making website and your own website. So it's a win-win situation. I managed to use as much keywords as I could and implement them inside of the most important elements of the page. There was a time I implemented a keyword like your own in my H1 tag, and the result was that all the searches that includes your own started to improve their rankings after a few weeks. So I know it works. I know the H1, I know from Google that the H1 is very important for them, and I know it could be very effective to improve rankings. So you must use your H1 very effectively. But you know what? I have a question for you. What if few of your H1 tags are empty and your website contains a lot of pages? So the solution for this case, and anyways to check what are the H1 of every page of your website, is Screaming Frog. Let's open Screaming Frog and search for Kindly Convert, the website I created. I'll filter to HTML only. Those are the pages of my website right now. And if I'll scroll right, you'll be able to see the H1 of each page of my website. So this is a great way to know if there are few H1 tags on your website in few of your pages that are empty. An empty H1 tag, or if you don't have H1 tag at all, it's just a waste of an H1 tag. This is a great place to implement keywords and improve your rankings. So use the H1 tag. Always implement keywords, but you have to make sure it will still look natural. Open Screaming Frog and crawl your website and make sure all of the H1 tags on your website are implemented correctly and all of them have keywords, and if some of them don't have keywords, so you already know how to perform a good keyword research. So do all of this and let's move on to the next lecture.